Most founders build companies. Puneet Verma focuses on something deeper, building systems that scale businesses across industries.
If you're thinking to outsource marketing and sales, that is something I believe you're killing your business. You shall not be doing it. Everything can be outsourced. Marketing and sales is something you shall be working on that yourself until or unless you are not out of the system in a way that everything is not coming to you. You are a liability to your company. You shall be removing yourself from active involvement in everything. Take an example of a flight. It has, say, 300 seats. They cannot take 301, right? If they'll be doing that, the plane cannot fly, right? But in business, what happens when projects are coming your way, you start taking each and everything. You need to understand that you have a capacity of 300.
The ability to say no and trying to find the customers who you can really serve. So a very good takeaway. I always say that if you're a founder in India, invest up to 5 lakh rupee. If you are a founder here in the US, invest up to $100,000 each founder, then only it will see the light of the day. He is actively shaping one of the India's growing startup ecosystem through founders, investor, and policy collaboration. Welcome to the show, Puneet.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cybrain has worked with 300 plus businesses globally. What are the 3-4 patterns that you see consistently in companies that successfully scale? How to really scale it and make it big? What are the 3-4 pillars that a founder should start thinking very, very early on when they go into their entrepreneurial journey, Puneet?
First is your leadership should be decentralized, right? Everything should not be around you only. Founder always become a bottleneck. You shall try to figure out how you can be out of the system, right? Until or unless you are not out of the system in a way that everything is not coming to you, you are a liability to your company, right? Everything will circle around you and then you are not available, things are not happening. So that's a bottleneck. So you shall be removing yourself from active involvement in everything. You should be taking one area as a responsibility. There also, you will try to develop a person who can take care of the system. So your company shall run without you. So that's the one point I would like to add. Second thing is the problem which many people are having. Every company has a limited kind of availability to take work which is coming your way. Many of the people take whatever is coming their way. You shall be choosy enough that which project you'll be onboarding in the company. So what it requires is courage to say no to something. That no, we are full, we are not gonna take anything else. Because if we will take an example of a flight, it has, say, 300 seats. They cannot take 301, right? If they'll be doing that, the plane cannot fly, right? But in business, what happens when projects are coming your way, you start taking each and everything. You need to understand that you have a capacity of 300. We shall be taking all best 300 available projects. Once you increase the capacity building you're doing, then you can take more. But before that, you shall not be doing it because you will not be doing the justice to the new client. Even an existing client will also face a problem, right? Third thing is that hand-holding of a client. When you deliver to a client, you shall be hand-holding them because getting more work from the existing client is the easiest way to get more and more work for you. If you're going to the market and looking for a new client, it takes around 18, 20 months or sometimes 6 months to have a new client. But if you're able to add more value to your existing client, they'll start giving you more projects, right? And they may start giving you more references also. So I believe taking care of your client at a highest level is something you shall be doing. And you as a founder shall be available to all your clients when they want to speak to you. Not all the time you cannot speak, but you shall be available. You shall not be doing okay, I'm not available, talk to my junior, talk to that. You may give time as per your availability, but you shall be available. So these 3 things I believe. You asked 3, so for me, these are the 3 things actually.
The ability to say no and really trying to find the customers who you can really serve. So a very good takeaway, Puneet. Thanks for that. You talk about building system, not just companies, Puneet. I have heard you multiple times saying that. You often say build systems, not just companies. What are again the 3-4 systems every founder must build early on to scale effectively?
So HR automation right from the beginning. If you're not able to process your HR, because that is something which is directly proportional to employees, right? If they're not getting their
Talent,
salary
yeah.
and perks in time, if they're not getting what you promised at the time of interviewing a person, if you keep changing your statement every month, then you are not able to have people who will be there with you for a long term, right? Companies scale when they have a long term employee. They cannot scale with, you got a one sprint kind of project, you hired a person, you added
You
someone,
got it.
and then you keep moving around that loop. That doesn't work. Your client also, if somebody, I told you Bullseye is working with us for almost 16 years, 17 years. Why they're working? Because they find that comfort and the confidence with us, because they are having the people who were working with them for 10 years back, now still they are taking care of the projects, right? So that kind of HR automation right from the beginning. Second is CRM, customer relationship management solution you should have. Whether you onboard a client, you don't onboard a client, your data has to go that way. Every data has to follow the same process. CRM is the second thing. And third thing is that whenever you need a client, you shall look at whether this client is something I shall be onboarding, or I shall look for other clients. So again, I would say process is the same. Everybody in the company talking the same language. It is not like that you're saying I will not take this project and your team is telling I will take a project. So everybody in the team shall be coordinated enough so that everybody is talking a vision which your CEO or founder is looking at. So vision has to be aligned with your people in the company.
Yeah. We hear a lot about the digital transformation across industries happening right now, Puneet, and you have been part of it. You have done it multiple times. What are the three, four mistakes that an entrepreneur who is going into digital transformation should should be aware?
It's a very beautiful question. Everybody want to be digitized. People have money. They spend money and they try different things. Somebody sent a beautiful email. You got to see a beautiful ad and subscribe to it. You even don't know the solution which you are gonna buy. There are n number of CRM. You have Joho, you have HubSpot, you have High Level, you have this, you have that. You will subscribe to everyone, right? But your company is not able to adopt to that. So first of all, you should have a clarity of what you are looking at, right? So clarity means you should have a very beautiful requirement with you, whether I have these features available or not, and for what kind of solution I'm looking for automation, right? Whether I need to automate my HR, whether I need to automate my NHR, whether I need to automate my salary and payroll, whether I'm looking only to automate my attendance. In attendance, if I am having a salespeople, whether I want to control their movement in the market. So all these clarity. So clarity to adopt a solution is something you should be working on. Second thing, when you're adopting a solution, it should not be your own decision alone, because sometimes you are looking at something, but your team is not aligned. So you have to align your team. At the end of the day, they only will be using it. So people may have a resistance in acceptance of a digitization, because it brings accountability from the resources and also. So to bring accountability, you shall be bringing first guidance and knowledge in between the people so that they get confidence about the same, right? So bringing team along is second thing I would say, and third thing is that the solution which you're bringing, is it creating more problems for you, or it is actually providing solution? Sometime you spend 6 months trying some solution and don't end up implementing the same, and you keep, as a founder, you keep doing such exercises again and again. Then your team started thinking, this he will, oh, this is same theory, he'll come with a solution, he'll try to throw it on us, but it will not be implemented. Then everybody in the team start talking like this, okay, this is just a gas only, he will not be able to implement the same. So that clarity of thought, that if I brought something, it will be implemented, and we are looking at a outcome based on this. So these are the three things as per me. It could be different to different people, but as per my experience, say these are the three things I do.
Thank you, Puneet, for that answer. Now let's talk about the role of a CEO. Everybody talks about growth. The entrepreneur is always thinking about that, how to grow to the company, how to add more revenue, how to add net new customers, how to service their existing customers. In your view, Puneet, what is the role of a good CEO in a growing company?
CEO shall always looks towards sales because sales is a petrol, the way you run a vehicle. Sale is something which will bring each and everything in the company. More and more sales, better, good marketing will bring money in the company, will bring confidence in the company. And once you have good projects, good money come flowing in, you can have resources, you can outsource the product development, right? But if you're thinking to outsource marketing and sales, that is something I believe you're killing your business. You shall not be doing it. Everything can be outsourced. Marketing and sales is something you shall be working on that on yourself. And when projects are coming, you shall be good enough in execution. People plan in a fantastic way, they fail at execution level. They don't see customers coming back to them. They're not able to deliver as per the promised time, right? It's not about you. You promise somebody that I'll be doing this at $10,000. Now, whether it's costing you $25,000, you are committed to do that. Now, at this stage, you shall not be, making blame game. You shall be playing right with the client because this delivery will bring more projects, more value creation in front of client. When client starts speaking about you in a good sense, you get your auto marketing which starts happening, auto sales starts happening. And once that starts happening, you start getting more and more organic queries. So my way of doing things is that concentrate on sales, rely on your marketing skills, do a better execution and delivery of the project, and then harvest all the existing client to give you more and more references. And you may oversell, you may sell them different things which you're having in your company which they were not looking at, but now they need this, they're doing it some from someone else. You already have a confidence, and you'll be getting that edge that you can sell to them, and they'll be buying it happily. So in my this thing situation where we are working as a provider company, they want something, they'll be discussing with us. Okay, we want to buy this. Are you having this, or you have a vendor who can provide this? This kind of discussion also client doing with us. So that kind of
Right.
confidence collaboration only comes when you give them that confidence actually.
Wow. So the role of a good CEO is sales and marketing, and also having a strong control on the delivery. Then only a company will grow. Well said, Puneet. Well said. Puneet, you have built teams across the globe. Obviously, India, you have a large team over there. Australia and the US. Give me some principle for building a high performance team. Many people go and hire talent which become a head count. What is the difference between a head count and a talent? And when you are growing across geographies, how to hire, retain, and build a high performance global team?
See, when you're hiring someone, so I always speak, and many people say, can you hire a better CEO than you? Can you hire a founder, a CEO who is a better than you, and can you accept that? If you have that acceptability, you'll be able to hire good people. When you hire good people, give them freedom to work in the company. You shall not be. I already told in earlier stage that you shall not be becoming a bottleneck, right? If you have hired a people, give them freedom to take decision. Decision taken by you can also go wrong. That way, decision taken by them also can go wrong. Whenever decisions are going wrong at the time of result, you cannot evaluate why this decision was taken at that particular point of time. Situations were different. Now when you're able to see the result, situation are different. So when situation is going out of control, you shall be taking all the blame, I believe. And when things are happening good, you should be giving all the credit to team. So that is how I've been doing, and that is how we are able to retain talent for a longer duration. And when young people are coming, you shall be focusing more on them. Be focused more on hiring people from the campus rather than hiring people from middle level. Like we don't hire people who are having experience of 4 years, 6 year, 5 year, or 2 year. We hire people from the direct campus. We train them, and we then educate them. We bring our culture into them, so they get adopted to that culture, and they behave the way we want them to behave. They speak the way we
Wow.
want them to speak. So your language is something you need to transform to each and every employee in the company. So whenever your Ansuman is meeting any employee of Cybrain, he shall be able to see some part of Puneet, some part of Cybrain each and every employee. So that is our methodology. That is how we work with the people. If you'll be talking to my upper layer, they never speak to me that we have taken this decision, right? So that is how it is
Wow.
working in our company.
Very nice, very nice. So now, again, going to another aspect of the podcast. You have worked with entrepreneurs, you back founders, and obviously you are an investor and you deal with a lot of investor also. The gaps that you see in the current startup ecosystem in Chandigarh to start with, and then in India, and I will give you some pointers from the global and here in the US.
See, aspiration is too high. That's good to have, but they don't have idea of implementation. Always we keep saying that startups are failing. Startups are failing. They money funding available is too high. People are nowadays government is also providing a seed money. They don't want that money to be back. Startup Haryana is providing 10 lakh as a seed money to start the business. Punjab government of Punjab is providing 5 lakh in the beginning, and if you're able to retain the business or sustain the business for next 18 months, they're also giving you 5 lakh more. And if you're setting up a company, they're giving you capital money back. That is how everybody is supporting. You start working on idea. Government of India is also supporting in multiple ways. But the problem with the people, the illusion people are having about the funding is that this is my money. I shall be buying Mercedes out of it. I shall be going to big tour. I shall be posting on Instagram, LinkedIn. I shall start taking the stage. I shall be looking at every stage. So social media in the mind and lifestyle business in the mind, which comes to in the mind of founder when they get money. So that is where they lose the track, right? So when you'll be able to see Anshuman, the people who worked on a company with their own money, right? So and they scaled slowly, they built a big businesses, right? They didn't go for a funding at a stage until they didn't require the same. But right in the
Right.
moment, people are even thinking about the idea, they're coming for a funding. They don't have a prototype even. They think that let us take investor money. So why investor money? They even don't know what they'll be doing about the money. So that's a gap, I believe, in the mindset of the people who are coming to take money is a problem actually. That's a biggest problem in the startup ecosystem. It is here in Chandigarh, it is here in entire India. I don't know about the US, but in entire India, this is the same situation. The gap in the mind about taking the money and using the money. So that I believe is the biggest problem at the moment.
Yeah, I think the founders in India, and I do a lot of master classes, and I am available to the founders through various of my Ask Me Anything events and all that I do on Teams once a month and two pitching event. Many a company who come to me or the founder who comes to us is at idea stage, and you rightly said that they have no clue why to raise, and then they have no clue about valuation or anything like that. And I always say to those idea stage company, primarily into the IT sector and software and AI wrappers and all that, do you want an investor to fund your dream? If you are a dreamer and you want to build something, go and put your money, bring it to a certain level, and for scaling, for making it much more bigger and larger, go for the investor. Because otherwise, just an idea on a piece of paper and hey, I'm raising, I'm not doing a price round, I'll be doing it on save with 20% discount and all, generally doesn't fly. On the other side, here in the US, people, the founders are not dependent upon the accelerator, incubator, or the government funded programs through SBDC or whatnot. Those programs are there for certain category of businesses, but when it comes to technology, high tech, and all those things, people do put in their own money. So I have a formula. I always say that if you are a founder in India, only become a founder if you are willing to invest up to 5 lakh rupee of your own money in your startup. Go and find a co-founder who can also invest the same money. So now you have a working capital of 10 lakh rupee. If you are a founder here in the US, in tranches, be ready to invest up to $100,000 each founder, then only it will see the light of the day. Otherwise, you don't have a company, it is just an idea, you will be wasting a lot of your time and energy and resources in trying to build something if you don't have money. Entrepreneurship is something else. Founder, becoming a startup founder is a completely different ball game. Here, the results are measured into speed. It is not that I took 10 years to build my family business and now it is at this level. Entrepreneur, so this is how I separate them. And this is the biggest challenge that I see with the Indian founders. They approach me on a daily basis on LinkedIn and whatnot. I have an idea. Would you like to give me your 5 minutes to let me pitch to you? And then generally it is that I haven't invested anything in it. Can you invest in my business? So becomes very challenging.
So I mean, both are having the same opinion, I believe. So
Right.
yeah, that is how it is. I believe investor will be having the same opinion. People just make a PPT, think about something, come and okay, give me money. Why money? I mean, in an IT company, you don't need money even, right? Why do you need
Yeah.
money when you want to run an IT services company? If you cannot bring a business for the people who are working as your employees, then why you're doing that business? And if
Right.
you cannot
Right.
earn for yourself from your company, then why are you doing it, right? At the beginning only people will come with some idea and okay, this is our idea, give us money. What you'll be doing with the money? We'll park it in the bank and we'll return 7% of FD. That is how also people are there, right? They don't know what to do with money. So money, and first of all, your own initial investment, whether you want to do it or not. And if you want a single penny coming from investor pocket, then why are you doing this? Right from the
Yeah.
day when you don't have any even 1% of equity in the company, because everything is coming from the people directly. But that company can never scale, right? Because founder has no interest in the company. So founder interest, founder innovation, and founder sweat along with founder money. These four things are required to have a good company, I believe.
Yeah, so you just said, which was going to be my next question, that you have mentored a lot of founders. What do you see in a founder before backing them up and saying, okay, I'm going to give my time and in future maybe invest in your company also? What are those 3 or 4 traits? If you could just summarize that, that would be great, Puneet.
So mindset of the founder, we try to understand whether he's looking at a multiple venture at a time. So I as an individual mentor and investor, I look at the person doing one thing at a particular point of time, not involved in a lot of things. So that is the first criteria for me. Second thing is that the person here for money only or for a mentorship? If person is for only money, then it's a big cross from my side. If at a very early stage, I'm telling you, at an early stage founder actually. So some mentorship, right? Third thing is that if person changes the idea on my suggestion, then also it's a big no from my side, because he'll keep on changing whenever somebody will come with the money. He'll keep on changing the idea. He will not be able to scale the company. He will not be able to reach the point he was looking at. And whether in
Right.
idea is innovative and problem solving. I always speak when we are working on a solution which is a problem solving for the society, it'll scale through at a very highest level, right? There was a e-commerce and then COVID came, everything became a quick commerce, right? So that's the problem. Nobody can go out whether you can bring the material inside in a 5-10 minutes or not. And that's working so well in India. Everybody is having a Blinkit, Zepto, and Instamart. So people now
Yeah.
nowadays look at whether Instamart is delivering in 5 minutes or another one is delivering in 10 minutes, right? So it's not about money comparison not happening. People don't compare money at this particular point of time, because the audience which is using these apps, they don't care about 10 20 rupees going this way or that way. They're looking at a whether time which company is able to deliver more quickly, right? So it is about problem solving. If we are able to see any kind of problem solving in the idea, I'll go for that. So I told you four things how I look at this stuff.
Right, right, great. Today's environment is very fast track and fast moving tech landscape also. AI is penetrating in all aspects of business these days. What are the 2 or 3 principles that the founder should follow to build long term value instead of chasing rounds and trends which are happening these days? That a lot of AI wrapper will come up and they don't really have a big business model where they can really scale it. So tech is fast moving. What are the 2 or 3 principles that the founder must adhere to for a long term value creation in their company, Puneet?
I believe look for something you build once and sell again. Something which is working as a subscription model, or something which requires your involvement with the clients all the time. Not all the time, but they shall not be looking at the solution without you. You shall become their pain solver, who is providing pain reliever and that pain relief in a such a way that the pain doesn't exist actually. So solution
Right.
which is built once and which is giving you money every year, right? SaaS kind of product you shall be looking at, and you shall try to
Right.
scale that product only. You will find more and more buyer for the same. Second thing is that you shall be working and moving along with the how technology is changing. If you'll say today that, oh, I don't need AI, oh, my application will work without AI, then you are gonna kill your company in next 6 months, right? If Claude is a future, if Anthropic is a company, if Gemini is something you shall be working on, if ChatGPT is something you shall be there. You cannot live without them, right? Third thing is that fuel energy and time and training in your company. Train your people who are working for you. Everybody need a if car need a service after every 10,000 kilometer, your people also need a training. So you shall keep investing in your people by training them. You shall keep taking them to the events like Tycoon, where visionaries people like you and other will be coming, who will be talking about current situation, will be talking about how technology is changing. So that is one thing I believe we shall keep doing, so that your people know the world. So then we say in India that if you are inside the well, you don't go outside, you don't know what is happening outside the well, right? You shall keep climbing outside the well and you shall look at the world, how world is working. So you shall provide that chance to yourself as well as to your employees. That is how I believe company will keep in existence and
Great.
will be practical all the time.
Great. That brings me to the last question here, Puneet. For the founders building today who is just starting, what are the three things that they should prioritize in the next 12 months? What are those hard truths? One of the favorite is that really validate the idea. Many a times I hear from founders who will just make up a business problem and try to find a solution of that, and that becomes their business. I feel that even before starting a project or a company or your entrepreneurial and founder journey, you should talk to at least 100 potential customer of the problem and solution that you are trying to make. Really, does the problem even exist or not, is one of my favorite one. What are your words, the top three for a founder who is going to start their entrepreneurial journey just after Tycon, which is happening from April 9th to 11th, 2026, Puneet?
For me, validation of idea is something everybody should be doing. But as India is a big market, right? Here, similar idea can work if you're coming with a little bit of tweak, right? Here, attachment with the clientele is something you shall be looking at, because India is a very big market, right? Everybody who built a solution throughout the world, they look at India as a market, right? So for me, validation of idea, and then where you're gonna sell, that is very important. For me, again, sales is very important. You build a beautiful idea, but you're not able to market it properly, right? Then
Right.
your idea will go to the market, and there are many people available who will be able to make similar product in next 3, 4, 5, 10, or 10 days, right? AI coming into existence, if you're developing something in technology, that can be rewritten in a single night only, right? So it's idea validation and then market for the same. You shall have a upper edge to go to market, take your product to the market, and then acceptance for that product in the market is to be there. Right? Your product shall bring you money. It must have some value that buyer at other end is willing to take your product with value. You shall not be giving your product as a demo. I don't believe in demo. Take a demo, give me money later. That is not gonna how market works, right? If your idea is good, your product is good, it shall be sellable, it shall be able to bring money. There is no charity, no free lunches across the world, right? So if your idea is good,
Right.
your product is good, it shall bring some money for you. For me, only thing in the market is that you shall be on the top of the product. As a founder, you are the everyone and you are everything in a company, right? You're building something new, everybody will look at you. You shall be confident enough, you shall be available enough. You shall not be telling, okay, my client is telling to meet me at 10 p.m. No, I'm with my wife, I'm with my kids, I'm not available. It's your idea. If client is available at 10 p.m., why are you not available, right? You shall be matching, right? So willingness to
Yeah.
spend time, availability, and then whatever you have to put into that. If I'm working as a
Yeah.
Thai president at the moment, so my time all belongs to Thai. If I'll say no, no, I'm not available during TiECon, I have something different, then I'm looking at two different things at a particular point of time. So founder, when he's going to work on something, that should be his life. That should be his morning. That should be his night only, right? If he's looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
multiple things, he will not be able to. For me, that's a flag. I will not be going with this. So for founders also, I would say stay stick, work on a single idea, and dedicate your each and everything for that. Once you do this, nobody can stop you to scale. Nobody can stop you to rise. Work on a single thing at a single point of time. Do idea validation and look for a market right from the day one. If you don't have a market, don't go for it.